Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. This is IMAX Sports with another football video, and today I'm going over the Rams-Bears game from last night. It was quite a thriller. The Rams and Bears are now both 5-2 after the Rams beat the Bears in a Monday Night Football game. It was very close. It wasn't very close, but it was a very good game from the Rams. And this proves what I've been saying about, I've been giving the Bears credit in my power rankings, but this proves what I've been saying about how the Bears are not fully there yet as a team. They need their offense to improve in order for them to be a top team in the league. And with Mitch Trubisky and Nick Foles, whoever they put at quarterback, their offense isn't that strong. So last night, Jared Goff was 23 of 33 for 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a quarterback rating of 108. Rushing, Darrell Henderson was 15 carries for 64. Brown had 10 carries for 57 and a touchdown. Robert Woods had 4 carries for 23, and Cooper Kupp had 1 carry for 16. On the receiving side, Reynolds had 4 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown. Munt had 3 catches for 47. Kupp had 6 catches for 43. Everett had 4 catches for 28 and a touchdown. Woods had 3 catches for 22. Jefferson had 1 catch for 14, and Henderson had 2 catches for 13. For the Bears, Nick Foles was 28 of 40 for 261 yards and 2 picks. Quarterback rating of 66.8. Those are 2 very different quarterbacks right there. Jared Goff was not almost perfect, but he was pretty close to perfect. His yards per attempt could have been a little bit higher, but he was pretty solid for the most part, and Nick Foles just wasn't. On the rushing side, Montgomery had 14 carries for 48, and Patterson had 3 carries for 1. Robinson had 4 catches for 70 yards. Kmet had 2 catches for 45. Mooney had 3 catches for 40. Graham had 5 catches for 31. Montgomery had 5 catches for 21. Miller had 3 catches for 20. Harris had 2 catches for 15. Patterson had 3 catches for 11. And Wims had 1 catch for 8 yards. Overall, what we can see here is that the Bears offense really was not impressive at all. Their defense was the only scored more touchdowns than their offense. Their offense scored a field goal and their defense scored a touchdown. The Rams, on the other hand, had an offense working on all cylinders. They scored 3 touchdowns and a field goal on offense. They had 2 interceptions on defense, and this Rams team is rolling. I put them at number 11 in the power rankings yesterday, but they probably should definitely be higher than that. They have a very strong team. They are 3rd in their division currently, behind the Seahawks and the Cardinals, and that is an insanely strong division. All the teams in that division are fighting for the number 1 spot, and they're all within a game and a half. So it's really interesting to see all of those teams in the same division, dueling it out, because it doesn't always end up like that. There's a lot of times like there's 2 or 3 teams that are fighting. This division right now is all 4 of them not only are fighting for like a division win, but they're all fighting for playoff spots. If you go down, so if you continue on, the NFC West, right? There's 4 teams, and the NFL usually only has 6 teams in the playoffs, the division winners and 2 wild cards. But I've been hearing speculation that 7 teams could be making the playoffs this year. If that's true, then all 4 of these teams could potentially make the playoffs. The Seahawks at 5-1, the Cardinals at 5-2, the Rams at 5-2, and the 49ers at 4-3. The Seahawks are currently a game and a half ahead of the 49ers, and they're half a game ahead of the Cardinals and the Rams. If you look at points per game, all of these teams have more than 25 points per game. The Seahawks have more than 30. And if you look at defensive points per game, all of these teams have 20 or below, except for the Seahawks, whose defense gives it 29 points per game. And every single one of these teams has over a 5-point differential from themselves and their opponent. 49ers, Rams, and Cardinals are all above 7. So these are four very strong football teams, all making a very good case for a playoff run. Every one of these teams deserves to make the playoffs so far this season, from what I've seen. Every one of these teams is probably going to continue to do phenomenally, and I'm very excited to see where this division ends up going for the rest of the season. As far as the Bears, in their division, the Bears are currently behind the Saints. Their division is a lot less interesting. The Saints are 5-1. The Bears are 5-2. The Lions are 3-3, and the Vikings are 1-5. And that division is a lot more clear cut that the Packers are probably going to win. The Packers are much better than the Bears. The Bears are 5-2, but they don't act like they're 5-2. Has 24-10, and the Lions could potentially have a decent season, but they're winning games by a mere matter of a couple points against some mediocre teams, and they've lost to any good teams they've played against. So that division's a lot less interesting. This division is much more interesting. This division is much more. This is the exact opposite of the NFC East. East versus West, I guess, is exact opposite. So NFC West, NFC East. Every single team in the NFC West is better than every single team in the NFC East. What a year for football. But not least, I'm going to quickly go over my upload schedule and any changes I'm making for November. So on Mondays, I'm still doing Power Rankings. On Tuesdays, I'm still doing Monday Night Football Recap. On Wednesdays, I am going to be posting my NFL predictions for the week. I want to get those up before the Thursday night games. And from now on, I am doing my actual predictions as of right now in the season, not my predictions from before the season. So I'm changing that because I think that I would enjoy making predictions of what I actually believe the teams are going to do based off of how they've done so far this season. So that's a decision I'm making. So from now on, Wednesday is going to be predictions for the week. Friday is going to be Thursday Night Football Recap, or I might do something more interesting every other week. So like the weeks of the prediction recap videos, I might do something more interesting. And then on the prediction recap days, so I'm probably going to do one this week on Saturday. And then on November 14th on Saturday, I'm going to do a prediction recap where I do a recap of the last couple of weeks of my predictions. Not the ones on Wednesday, but predictions from the beginning of the season. So the ones on Wednesdays will be based off of the teams and how the teams are doing. The prediction recaps will be based off of my prediction recaps of the NFL season before it started, because I do want to continue that series, but I don't want it to interfere with my weekly predictions. So with anyone that has been watching the channel for a long time, I hope that you guys like the change. I think the change is good because it keeps the old series, but it invites new people to the channel. So I think it's the best of both worlds. So thank you guys all for watching the video. I really appreciate it. We just reached 121 subscribers at the filming of this video, which is insane. We got 25 subscribers in 28 hours. So that is crazy. I want to thank you guys all so much for all the support. Keep it up. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And let me know what you guys want to see for videos. I have November all planned out, but if you guys have any suggestions, I can throw anything in there on a Thursday or a Friday, because those days are very, very tentative. So make sure to let me know what you guys want to see. Thank you again for watching. Rams-Bears, very interesting game. I expected the Rams to come out on top, and they definitely did. So, see you guys all in the next video, and peace out.